look at this map. Oh, I'm in the sun. Look at this big, beautiful piece. One of the best pieces of crystals I've ever found.
Hi, Katie. Found some crinoid stems.
Yeah, mostly India and some brachiopods. That's a Leptania.
Hi everybody, welcome to Fossil Hunting and Collecting with Chris. We are going back into the Catskills, one of the places that I love to go. Lots of fossils and a lot of quarries that actually let us in. Now these are places that you actually have to have permission to get in, but luckily the club that I'm with, the New York Paleontological Society, was able to get in and was able to let us collect in these wonderful places. The great thing about this is the rock is already broken up for us. They are making cement out of this rock. And the fossils that we find basically are being rescued because they let us go through, look for any good fossils and pull them out before it gets turned into aggregate or cement. So basically a fossil rescue. Also on this trip, inside these quarries, we also found some spectacular crystals. So I'll be taking you in, showing you the stuff that we found, and later doing a wrap up of some of these incredible finds that I was able to take home in both fossils and crystals. So without further ado, let's go take a look inside these Catskill quarries. Hi ladies and gents, welcome to Fossil Hunting and Collecting with Chris. We are up in the Catskills again. We are going into another quarry. This is a section that we have not seen yet. It is the ending of the Silurian, the Koymans Formation. Contact with Devonian. Should be some really interesting stuff over here. We're very lucky that we've been able to come out. We have a lot of groups here today. So it's actually a pretty big bunch, and I'll bring you in if we make any good fossil finds.
I'm John. John and Ruth. Okay, well, hi John and Ruth. Let's see what you found, John. So that looks like a crinoid, sort of something in the related to starfish, and it actually lived on a little stalk. And what you have is a piece of the stalk. Thank you very much for showing us that. Okay.
Hi, Katie. Found some crinoid stems.
Very nice, yes.
Thick ones.
Oh, part of a big one, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Got this bad boy.
Oh, nice. I think it might be a Leptania, which is a type of brachiopods.
Yep, and then...
Oh, Fenestrelina.
Yeah, just a bunch of cool stuff.
Do you know what that means?
I do not know.
Fenestrelina is Latin for little windows. So that coral, it's supposed to look like little windows.
Very cool. Good start of the day so far.
Yes. Thank you very much for
problem.
showing. Oh, what else you got there?
Is this a trilobite in your opinion?
Man.
Yeah.
I think it's a brachiopods.
Brachiopods? All right. Good start to the day. I'm going to keep going.
Yes. Good luck.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. You have a nice crinoid stem.
Look where the tip broke off of it.
Yeah.
Getting it out.
Oh, the tip was on it?
Yeah, the tip was right there and it broke. And I flew somewhere, I couldn't find it.
Oh, nice. Is that a bivalve or a brachiopods?
Yeah. Bivalve, I think.
Yeah, that's very nice.
And some other little crinoids there.
Yeah. And oh yeah, that looks like a gastropod maybe.
Yeah. This, I don't know what it is. Somebody said it must have moved along from the glacier here, but you see the red stone, but look at the center of it. It's all white.
Yes, it oxidized on the outside.
Yeah, what
from
is
water.
it, you think?
It's just some type of clay with a lot of iron in it.
Is it? Oh, okay. Okay. And we got some of these in the stones.
Yeah.
There's a nice one. I don't know if that's the end of a snail or a...
Oh, yes, that is Platycerus. Platycerus is a snail
Okay.
that fed on a little bit gross crinoid waste.
Oh, okay. Septic tank cleaner then.
Yes. Okay, hi Sharon.
Hi.
Sharon has found a Hindia.
A squished one.
Yes, a little squished sponge. And that's what this place is famous for. There's not too many places where they preserve well, but in the New Scotland Formation, which is up there somewhere, we can get these Hindia.
This one feels heavy for its size. I wouldn't be surprised if it's pyritized.
Very possible.
Because it is reducing out here. At least this is
Yes.
the dark stuff.
Well, we're actually having a major oxidation event around this time period. So a lot of the sulfurs are
Okay.
pyritizing.
That's what it looks like.
What
when
is
it's
this?
not squished.
It's a Hindia. It's a, okay, put you in our vlog?
Sure, you can put me.
Thank you. Have your first name?
Mauricio.
Okay, Mauricio has also found a Hindia, another one of these sponges.
Oh,
That's what-
sponges.
Yes, they don't usually preserve well, but in this case, in this place they do.
Okay.
Thank you very much for showing us
You're
that.
very welcome.
So Katie has another find. She has a crinoid stem. So that's part of a echinoderm, something related to starfish.
Very cool.
They looked a lot more like flowers back then. They were very weird.
Very cool.
So over here I have a bivalve, and bivalves are less common in the Devonian. So that's why I had to take this one out. It's a little bit damaged, but looks like there's part of a cephalopod by it also. Oh, that's nice and small.
Oh, look at that.
Wow. Oh, that is beautiful. Lots and lots of brachiopods showing. That is awesome.
A little bit of everything in there.
Yes.
So, and it sits up. That'll be a perfect stone to sit up.
It sure does. Yeah, it is perfect.
Alrighty. Again, I appreciate it.
Anytime. So what I would like to get are these little crinoids over here. But I don't know if they're going to come out of this rock without destroying it. We're almost out of time in this quarry. So I might actually have to take a chance. Too heavy to bring home, especially with what I've already loaded up in the car. So I'm going to take a big camera and just hope I get lucky with this. Alright, so I did manage to get these crinoids out. Much smaller piece than it was. Still thick, still heavy, but better than it was. Our lowest layer we were digging down the bottom was the Manlius. The Manlius is probably the very end of the Silurian. The rest of this is all Lower Devonian. The Lower Devonian is actually several different formations. We have the Koymans and then Corkberg. Above that we have the New Scotland and finally the Beecraft. The Beecraft is the most fossiliferous. So unfortunately we didn't get up there today. But if you actually drive up Rickard Road along the side here, it's actually on the road, on the other side of the road. Oh good, okay, let's...
I found this one just laying on a pile of stuff.
It's larger than all of mine.
All right, another Hindia. A bunch of Hindii, I guess. A bunch of Hindia. Nice. Yeah, mostly Hindia and some brachiopods. That's a Leptania.
We're Hindia sponges?
Yes, they are sponges, and they usually don't preserve. So what's really important about the site here is that our Hindias, you really can't find them anywhere else. They usually don't. They just had the right kind of limey mud to preserve them.
Wow.
So Patrick has found a macropleura. Thank you for showing us that. Macropleura, just like the name macro means big, it is one of the biggest brachiopods, definitely the biggest we're finding in the early Devonian. They're usually not articulated and out like that, so very good find.
Cool. Awesome.
Good morning, everybody. It is a little bit after 10 o'clock. On Sunday, we are going into the Peckham Quarry. This is by special permission. You actually need permission from the owners to go in here, but we have that, and so we are going to be going inside in just a few minutes. Hopefully, we'll find some really good stuff. This ranges from lower Devonian, maybe a little Silurian as well, maybe a little bit of the round out formation. But we are going to be seeing a lot of the New Scotland, a lot of the Quarkberg, maybe some Beecraft as well. So that's what we're going to be finding here. Good for a lot of lower Devonian aquatic creatures of all different types. Hopefully we'll get lucky and see some of the giant cephalopods or trilobites that are found here. Okay, so we're getting ready to go in. Awesome. We are going to the crystal place first. Love this. Now I've been invited by our person who is leading the trip to check out another site. So I don't know how much I'm going to get with crystals, which is really sad because I have people who want crystals. I give them to a lot of friends and students and stuff like that. Beautiful place that we're in. Beautiful if you love geology like I do.
Oh, that's lovely. Look at the clarity on that.
Is that a recent find or a couple years?
About
I don't want
20
to touch
years
it.
ago, right there. And that it was sticking out kind of like this, out of the puddle like that.
Absolutely
right
beautiful.
Yeah.
I think people are too nervous to touch this.
Oh, they can touch that one. I'm not. I got several of those, but you know, it was attached to the matrix right here, and blasting had loosened it, but not enough to damage it.
That is awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much for showing us that.
No problem.
That's what we're looking for, right?
Yeah, nice.
So here's what our scouting excursion revealed. We found a little bit of pyrite and quartz together. Unfortunately, this was pretty much it. So not enough to bring the group to. But we did find another part that had been ripped up by the workers that had some quartz exposed. So we're able to go ahead and actually bring home some really nice pieces of quartz that had been dug up by the people who work in the quarry. It definitely, so Bob, did you find it?
We all found it.
You all found it, okay. So the group out here found a museum piece. This is a piece that's going to go to the Howe Cave Museum. It is a really beautiful piece that's going to go over there. All right, so if you don't mind, may I have your first names?
Daryl.
Daryl. Well, what are you doing today? Looks like you're finding some crystals, huh?
Yeah, there seems to be like a pool of loose calcite crystals here, and some of them are really clear.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. In the mud.
Oh, yes.
And it's pretty big.
Yes, if you probably use maybe some vinegar or something like that, it might get the dirt off. And
I'm thinking we're going to start with water.
start with water? Okay, yeah.
We just need to get them back.
Yes. Very nice. Well, thank you. Thank you for showing us that.
Well, thank you. You should have a piece of this yourself.
Why, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. So this will clean up beautifully, and there'll be some nice angular calcite. Nice planes. All right, so David and Jonathan, sorry, have found a nice Favicites up here. So it's preserved in this rock. It's kind of hard to see because it's a little bit dirty, but it's a Favicites, a coral. Thank you very much for showing us that. So this is one of the pieces I'm taking home. It was in a bigger rock. I managed to break off some of the base, so I had mostly the calcite. This would be a beautiful display piece. But that is a very, very nice piece of calcite. You can tell by those not quite square, not quite rectangular, large chunky crystals. Hopefully it will make it home. We're going to try. So let's take a look at some of the fossils that I brought home. This is the really spectacular set of crinoid fronds that I had found in a rock towards the end of the day. Very glad to have found these. So here is a rock that is just covered with brachiopods. Thought this would be a nice one to bring home and maybe just put in the garden. And they'll weather out and the brachiopods will become even more pronounced over time. Here are some of the better finds from the hunt for fossils in the Catskills. Well, I'm going to start off with this really nice Favicites. You may remember that This is the coral that often preserves very well in these rocks. It's a tabulate coral. We're only looking at a small part of it, but it has a lot of calcite, and you can see it really sparkling very nicely. Very beautiful little fossil. I hope it cleans up well. Over here, we're also looking at some crinoid rings. These are disarticulated crinoids, but some very big ones, and we can find entire layers of this in one of the sections inside that quarry. Now, I also found a couple of those very nice big mucus burifers myself. I really should have filmed when I was pulling these out, but I got a couple of nice mucus burifers. And here's just a plate with lots of little brachiopods on it. Another plate with Devonian brachiopods. And a nice, good sample of a Leptania. It's not fully exposed. I could probably actually drill it out a little bit, but a really good sample of Leptania. This last one is from the Manlius. The Manlius is distinguished by many, many tiny little fossils of all different varieties. A lot of really bizarre cephalopods called tentaculites are found inside these. Now the Manlius, depending on the literature, it's either very bottom of the Devonian or very end of the Silurian, but it definitely has a very unique fauna in this particular formation. So look at this oh, I'm in the sun. Look at this big, beautiful piece. One of the best pieces of crystals I've ever found. Managed to get this out of the quarry, pull it over to the wagon, and have a big, beautiful showpiece. Want something really nice to show for this day in the quarry. So here are two more of these really beautiful crystal rocks. Rocks that we were allowed to bring home. So now, instead of becoming cement, they are beautiful crystal rocks for display. They are really beautiful. I've actually already given away a few of these before filming, but these are really beautiful crystals. And here's a really beautiful piece. I gave my mom a piece just like this. This is one of two. The back is also pure crystal as well. A really, really nice piece of calcite. So I've got to film this now before the sun moves again. But we're looking at some of these really beautiful crystals that have come out of that quarry. You may remember this one in particular. This is the one that was actually handed to me that is actually quartz as opposed to calcite, which many of the other of these rocks are. Here's another really nice piece of quartz. The rest of these being mainly calcite, and some of them in really big, beautiful pieces. I almost forgot to show you these. These are the Hindia that I found. I have one small, medium, and extra large. So found a couple of these Hindias as well while digging through these Catskill quarries.
So my friends, thank you for watching this fossil hunting and crystal hunting adventure in the Catskills. Please go ahead and hit that thumbs up to let me know that you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. This helps the algorithm, which will make fossil and crystal videos pop up more often in the YouTube feed. I hope you've enjoyed this adventure and all the really great things that we found in these quarries. Thank you so much to Paul and the other facilitators who allowed us to come in and do this. Thank you for watching. Happy fossil hunting and collecting.